Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Okay, pertamanya saya ucapkan terima kasih kepada semua yang hadir ke sesi briefing ataupun sesi taklimat ringkas kita pada pagi ini untuk memperkenalkan program yang kita namakan Innox at UKM untuk siri 2026, iaitu yang akan kita mulakan pada tahun 2026. Okey. Saya akan bentangkan secara ringkas taklimat bagaimana kita menjalankan program Innox ini, dan kemudian kita akan lihatlah dia punya pengisian, secara ringkas juga pengisian yang akan dilalui oleh peserta-peserta yang menyertai program Innox ini. Izinkan saya slide ini dalam bahasa Inggeris, jadi izinkan saya untuk mix lah dia punya pembentangan ni ataupun presentation ni saya akan campur bahasa Inggeris dan juga bahasa uh, Melayu. Okay, so kita go straight. Okay, pertamanya kita kena tahu pendengar ringkas ataupun sebagai introduction, apakah itu Innox at UKM 2026? Okay, what is Innox at UKM 2026? Innox at UKM adalah satu program accelerator. It is a flagship accelerator program conducted by the Center for Innovation and Technology Transfer UKM. Okay, this program is designed specifically to transform ideas. When I say ideas, it can be any ideas. Okay, either it can be coming from deep tech ideas or maybe a general tech ideas. Platforms, application, mobile app can also be the ideas that can take part in this program. Okay, so this program will transform the ideas into market ready products, high growth startups, and also platform with strong commercialization potential. That's mean when if you have ideas, all right, we will help accelerate the transformation of these ideas into a market ready product. So the aim of this Innox at UKM, this is similar like any other accelerator program in the world. Okay, there are so many agencies, so many entities, organizations, technology transfer officers conduct accelerator program. So this is almost similar to all other accelerator program. Okay, where the aim is to accelerate the journey, the transformation from idea to impact through several activities. All right. In this program, we will provide the innovators, those who coming up with the ideas and innovations. We will provide to them with structured pathways. So we will see later. Okay, we will have a structured program for the participants, and we will offer expert guidance from the experts in the field. We also offer funding. Okay, some small token of prototype funding. And also later at the end of the program, we will connect the participants with industrial players. All right. So the purpose is to turn their innovations or ideas into commercially viable solutions. So basically, we want to avoid the valley of death. Sometimes when we have ideas, we need to make sure that the ideas can fit the market. So we will conduct few activities that will help the participants or the innovators to transform the ideas into a product. Okay, so these are the key features of this Innox at UKM program. First of all, it is a structured 24 weeks program. It is a 6-month program. So you will see later on that we will have courses or classes every week, once a week. Okay, the classes with the coach will be once a week. So it is not a packed program. It is just a once a week class, where this class can be online class or can also be physical. So you will see later on we will have online classes as well as some physical classes. Okay. So this is a structured 24 weeks program. You will see that every week there will be tasks, there will be assignments for the participants to carry on. All right. Next, we will also, in this program, we have a market validation bootcamp. This is can be considered as a market validation bootcamp, where your ideas, we will try to get, you will try to learn or to find your market segment. We'll try to fit your product to the markets. We'll do a market testing and also we'll do a market validation. So because we want to make sure that you know who are your customers, you know where your ideas or your innovations can fit to the market. Number three, we will also support the prototype development. So of course, when you have ideas, when you want to test your ideas to the market, you have to develop the prototype. Once you develop the prototype, you can give the prototype to your potential clients and test the market for this product. And from the feedback from the clients, then you will improve the prototype and later you will validate back your product. So these are the programs in the Innox at UKM Accelerator, where you will conduct the market testing and also market validation. This one through the prototype. So we will fund your prototyping development. Okay, and then for, number four. Okay, number four. In this program, you will learn to develop your business model. Okay, we will show on the business model development and also to pitch readiness. That means you will be trained to prepare pitching deck, and then you will be trained how to pitch your ideas or your innovations to the potential investors or industries and so on. And then through this program, this is a pathway for you to license your product or to form a startup. At the end of the program, after 6 months, you will have the option to open a startup where you can join UKM Startup at UKM program. So we have in UKM, we have Startup at UKM program, where at the end of this course or at the end of this accelerator program, you can join, you can apply for startup at UKM or Pemula at UKM. So this will be helpful because after you complete this 6-month program, all right, so you know your market, you know you have developed the business model, and it is very easy for you to pitch to the panel for the to the UKM's panel to open your startup. Or if you do not want to open the startup, perhaps that ideas or the innovations can be licensed to the potential industries outside there. So that's mean during the pitching session later on, at the end of the program, we will have a pitching session, a demo day, where we can pitch your innovations to the industry players. And then finally, the last value proposition or the key features of this program is funding access. So because at the end of the program, we will have a demo day, a pitching day, where you will pitch your innovations to the investors, to the venture capitals, crowdfunding, and also to the angel investors. We will invite all the players in the industries related to your innovations, related to your technology, to listen to your pitching, and later on we can engage with the potential partners for your innovations. All right, so this is the workflow of the program. Okay, so currently we are at the registration phase. Okay, we are just at this registration. Let me switch on my laser pointer. Okay, currently we are here. Okay, we are at the registration step. We have opened up the registration, and the deadline for the registration is 5th of December 2025. Okay, so this is the deadline for you to register your interest, to join this Innox program. Once you have registered your interest, then the next step will be an interview session with the coach. So we will have one-to-one interview session with the coach where we want to listen to your ideas. We want to see how your ideas can fit the program. Sometimes some ideas it will take very long time to develop. Okay, perhaps it needs more than 6 months. So it might not fit the 6 month accelerator program. And then when this is the session where the coach, the the operator of the program, university at UKM, wants to understand your ideas and your innovations and how your ideas can fit into this Innox at UKM program. And then the third step will be the co-founder search day. This is very important steps of the program, where as you know that sometimes if the applicants coming from researchers, okay, coming from researchers, from professors, from the experts in the field, from the technical expert and so on, most of the time, they don't have time. Okay, they don't have time to participate in the program, in the training program, in the 6 month training program because they are very busy. Okay, because of that, we want every researchers, okay, every academics, for example, to have a co-founder. This co-founder can be coming from the students, can be coming from outsiders, can be coming from the relative, because we want this co-founder to commit their time to the 6 month program. Okay, because this is very important. Because we want them to commit their time 100% with the training program, because there will be a lot of assignments, there will be engagement with the customers, with the clients, that there will be some improvement to the prototype. Okay, there will be a market validation, they will be conducting surveys and so on. All right, so they have to commit 100% of their time to the training program. Because of that, we will have this co-founder search day. But if the researchers or the participants already have a co-founder, it's okay. Okay, the participant can tell us, okay, that you already have a co-founder. You do not need to pitch your ideas to the other co-founders, to search for the co-founder. Then the next step will be the application submission. So this will be the final application submission. Once we have screened your ideas, once we have screened your intention to join the program, once you have your co-founder, then you will go to the final application submission. So in this application submission, you will mention or you will specify the name of the co-founder. You will specify your commitment to the program. Okay, once after this step, then only you can start the program. So the program, this Innox 2026 program, we expect to start at around mid-January 2026. Okay, the program is expected to begin around mid-January 2026. All right. Then you can imagine that we will have a complete 24 weeks, complete 24 weeks training program. Next will be the evaluation stage 1. Okay, after 2 months, of this program, we will have evaluation stage where the coach will evaluate the participants, the commitment, the progress of the training to every participant. And then we will see whether they can continue to the second stage or not. All right. If they can continue to the second stage, we will offer them to apply for the prototype seed money. All right. So this is seed money with a maximum 20,000 ringgit, okay, to develop the prototype. All right. So they once they complete the stage 1, if they pass, if they can go to the stage 2, so they can apply for this prototype seed money. Then we will provide them the seed fund for the prototype development. Then they will continue to the next 2 months. Okay. So after the next 2 months, which means after the 4th month, they will have another evaluation, stage 2. Okay. So we will again evaluate the participants for their progress and commitment throughout the program. And then finally, once they pass, they will continue the last stage, the stage 3. Okay. The stage 3 until the demo day. So after stage 2, they can start to apply for the startup at UKM program. For example, if we suggest or we tell them that okay, your innovations can fit the Pemula at UKM or startup at UKM program, then they can apply for the startup at UKM program. Okay, and finally, at the end of the program, at the end of the Innox 2026, there will be a demo day where the participants will pitch their innovations to the investors, venture capitalists, and others. All right, so this will complete their training program, their accelerated training program. So at demo day, so we can say that they have graduated from the accelerator program. So this is again, this is to show the complete roadmap or the time frame of the program. Okay, in the beginning we will have like a pre-Innox. Pre-Innox means this is the process of finding the co-founder, one-to-one interview session, application submission. Okay, this is the pre of the pre-Innox. Then we will have the first and second month, the first 2 months. Okay, for the first 2 months, we will do a market validation, stage 1. Okay, so this one we will try to look at the customer problem fit. Okay, next, the stage 2 will be the solution prototyping fit, where when they have developed the prototype, they will go to the solution prototyping fit in the stage 2, and then in the stage 3, it will be a problem solution fit. So this will be the final validation to the clients, to the potential customers, where the solutions can solve the problems of the customers. And then finally is the demo day. Demo day is the pitching to funding agencies, venture capitalists, angel investors, and many others. So totally it will be 24 weeks class. Okay, so this is just briefly about what will be conducted during the stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. But of course, later on, if you join this program, you will have a detailed briefing by the coach that will tell you all the components in the training program. So the stage 1 is the market validation. So participants will learn the techniques to conduct market validation and problem interview. So they will prepare interview questions to their potential customers or clients. So these are some of the teaching modules. They will go through the mindset of an entrepreneur, the middle spot between the desirability, the viability, and the feasibility of the innovations, the back of the envelope calculation, continuous innovation framework, design of your business ideas, lead canvas, and so on. All right. So there will be a weekly talk by entrepreneurs, funders, investors, and ecosystem builders. Sometimes, from time to time, we will invite prominent figures to give talk, to give motivation to the participants. In stage 2, there will be a prototyping. So after, as I mentioned, after finish the stage 1, okay, we will, if they pass the stage 1, we will give them the prototyping fund so that with this fund, they can develop their prototype. Okay, so the idea is, okay, we will grant up to 20,000 ringgit, okay, for the successful team, for the successful participant to start working on their prototype. So at this stage, the participant will brainstorm, okay, how can they offer their solution to the people. So they will learn on the compelling offer brainstorming, the solution interview validation technique, and sprint prototyping validation with ecosystem. They will build the pitching deck. They will build the website and mobile app solution. Again, they will also have this weekly talk by the prominent figures from the field. And then the stage 3 is the customer validation. So this is final customer validation, because once they have developed the prototype, they will do a customer testing, the market testing, to get the feedbacks from the customers, and then they will try to improve the product, the solution, and then they will again validate back to the customer. So whether the customer now with the improved version, whether the customer agree or willing to have that kind of product later on. Okay, so in this final stage, they will look at the profit and loss, cash flow, and so on. They will build a venture plan. And this is the final validation of the proof of concept of their product. Okay, and then at this stage, normally we will ask the participant try to get LOI, letter of intent, from the potential clients or potential customers, because this letter of intent from the potential customers can be a very good example when they pitch to the potential investors later on. because with this LOI, it is much easier for the investors to invest to your technology. Again, similarly, we will also have a weekly talk by the experts. And then you will also go through a pitch and grill sessions, okay? So to practice how to pitch to the investors, okay? And so on. So this is the final stage of the training Innox program. So basically, how do we look at this the key performance index of this program? Okay, first you will have a market validation assignment. So you will be given a lot of assignments. This assignment will help you to get the market validation. Okay, to go through the market testing and also market validation. And then you will also be judged through the prototype that you develop. Okay, because when we provide the fund for you to develop the prototype, that fund can only be used to develop the prototype. Okay, everything is related to the prototyping of the product or innovation. Finally, this is also the third one is the IP, the intellectual properties. Okay, if you join the program without any IPs, okay, let's say you just have ideas, you don't have the IP yet. So we will help you to file the IP. So at this stage, okay, we will request the participant with the ideas to joint venture with UKM. So for example, if you have ideas, if you are coming from outside UKM and you have ideas, you can also join the program. And then we will ask you to work together with UKM, with the experts in UKM to further develop your ideas. I think this is the beauty of this program, where because we are not only restrict this program to UKM people, to UKM community, but also we open to outside community. So, but once you want to join this program, so we will match you with our R&D experts, okay, with our research and development expert. So with that joint venture, okay, we will help you to file the IP, and then the ownership of the IP can be discussed, can be negotiated between the inventors and also with the UKM experts. Because of course, during the development of the ideas, okay, so the expert from UKM will also contribute to the development. So at the end of the day, the IP can be co-owned, can be 100% owned by UKM. It depends. It depends on the negotiation. But we need to have the IPs because when you want to go to the startup at UKM program later on, you need the IP. And finally, this is also another key KPI that we are looking for, the letter of intent, the LOI. So we want the participants, when you do the market testing, when you do the market validation, try to get LOI from the potential clients or customer, because this will help you during the demo day later on. So I think this is my last slide for this program. Okay, so with that, that is the end of the briefing. Okay, so I would like to have more engagement, more Q&A from the participants. If you want to ask anything about this program, if you want to know more about Innox at UKM 2026, you can ask the questions. Thank you.
Okey. Seterusnya kita buka untuk sesi Q&A session. Saya nampak ada dalam chat box ni. Is the commitment for the training program can be shared between main researcher and co-founder?
Okay, thank you for the question. The commitment for the training program, does it mean the commitment to participate the program? Yes. We want the co-founder, okay, or we want the participants to commit to the training program 100%. So for the researcher, for the UKF lecturer, sometimes they don't have time. That's why we want to have a co-founder with them. So the co-founder need to commit 100%. The researcher can also join the program. Okay, so we are not, the training program is open to the researcher as well as the co-founder. So both of them can join the program. But at least one of them must commit 100% to the program.
Okay, soalan yang seterusnya, will the co-founders be allowed to attend all the activities, macam weekly talks ke, pitch atau grill session, clinic?
Yes, yes. When you register to this program, as I mentioned earlier, the researchers and also the co-founder will be allowed to join the program completely. Okay, so at least one must commit 100%. But for example, if the researcher from time to time, if they don't have time to attend the program, so it's okay. But at least one from them must attend the program completely.
Okay, Prof, boleh share slide ni ke
Boleh,
kepada
boleh, no
peserta
problem. Boleh.
nanti?
Slide-nya boleh,
Alright.
boleh share nanti.
So, in preparing for the initial interview, are there any advising team from Innox committee?
Okay, kalau untuk the initial interview, okay, so the coach will conduct the interview with the applicant, with the applicant. But jangan risau sangat, don't worry about this interview. It is not interview interview macam nak dapat kerja ke apa tak. No, the interview is more on to understand your solutions, your innovations. Because sometimes you need to understand whether your innovations, your ideas can fit the program or not. Because we only have 6 months. This is accelerator program. Within 6 months, we want to transform your idea to the product, to the commercial ready product. Right? So we want to see whether your ideas or your innovations can fit the program. So the interview is more on for us to understand. Okay, to understand, to learn your innovation. So it will be the coach, and also sometimes it can also the committee from Innovasi also will be there.
Okay, yang seterusnya saya ada nampak Dr. Hana Hamzaid ada raise hand, ada nak bertanya terus ke kepada Prof.
Boleh?
Sawal?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, terima kasih Cik Najwa. Assalamualaikum Prof. Sawal.
Salam.
Thank you for the briefing. I think it's a timely program that we've been waiting for from Innovasi at UKM.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. I have several questions regarding this program. The first one, because I'm based in UKM Kuala Lumpur, may
Okay.
I know whether the class will be physical classes and during working hours?
Okay.
The second question would be regarding the co-founders search day.
Yeah.
Could you probably brief us a little bit more detail on that? Because at this moment, I do not have any student for that, or probably industry to tag along.
Okay.
My third question would be, would this be only for one product or multiple product that can fit the business plan? Yeah, as for now, oh yes, and the third one would be because if it is successful and we'll be granted with the shilling up to 20K fund, I can see that there's only a 2 months gap, between getting the grant and getting ready for the pitching. So I'm not so sure whether we could fulfill it within 2 months. Yeah, probably some advice from you. Thank you so much, Prof. Sawal.
Okay. Thank you for the questions. Okay, on the first question, classes ni, actually, I can say that 90% of the classes will be online. All right. For example, we will have 6 month classes, right? 6 months. So typically, normally, 3 weeks will be online. 1 week will be physical. Okay.
Alright.
For the online classes, the coach will communicate with everyone. Okay, we will get consensus from everyone to choose the time. For example, maybe at night or maybe on the weekend, depends. All right, because we
Okay.
try to fit the time with all the participants.
Mhm.
Because as I mentioned earlier, we want 100% commitment to the program.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
want to get the best time possible.
Mhm.
And for the physical class, normally we will conduct here at Innovasi at
Alright.
UK. But it's only once a month. It's only
Okay.
once a month, okay? Then we will inform earlier so that you can prepare for you to come to Innovasi for the class.
Wonderful.
Okay. And number two, second question is on the
The co-founder search
co-founder
day.
search day, yeah? Okay.
Mhm.
So co-founder search day is a day, is a program that we conduct for those who don't have students, relatives to join in their product, their innovation.
Mhm.
So what will happen? Okay, we will blast okay, we will blast the co-founder search day through our channel, okay, to everyone, to the industries outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then these people will come. Okay, these people
All
will
right.
come and they will listen to your innovations, to your pitching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you will present to them your innovations, what your product is about, okay, how this will benefit the people, and so on. And
Mm-hmm.
if they are interested to
Mm-hmm.
your product or innovation, okay, they will talk to you. Okay, so I can be your partner, for example. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you agree, so we let the innovators, okay, talk to the potential co-founder. If the I mean you have the chemistry, yeah, you have the chemistry between the innovators and also the co-founder,
Mm-hmm.
the potential co-founder, then you can tell us when you fill in the application form who is your co-founder. All
All
right.
right.
So this is negotiation between the innovators with the potential outsiders, potential co-founders, because you need to find someone that maybe have similar passion with you, that
Mm-mm.
that want to join you in the business. Because
Mm-hmm.
this co-founder, you must rely on this co-founder for them to commit to the classes, and then we are hoping that, let's say, once you open the startup, perhaps this co-founder can run the business. You as the researchers, the will give the technical expert, technical advice,
Mm-hmm.
but the co-founder will run the business. So
All right.
you can imagine that this co-founder later on will be the CEO of the company. You will be the director, and the co-founder will be the CEO who run the business.
Okay.
All right. The third one is about what's the third question?
Whether it's a can
Okay,
it be a one product or multiple
okay,
product?
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, sometimes we okay, first of all, the number of seat is limited. Okay, the number of seat to this program is quite limited. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and as of today, I can see that we have received quite overwhelming
Mm.
applications.
Okay.
And then we will only offer one idea per participant.
Okay.
Okay, number one. But from time to time, sometimes this is why we need to have this one-to-one interview session, because the coach will advise to pivot the ideas. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the ideas might not be suitable, or perhaps maybe might not be suitable for the market. All right,
Mm-hmm.
the coach will help the innovators to pivot the ideas, maybe to do some slight adjustments, so
All
that
right.
that idea can fit our market, for example.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
So
it.
it's okay to have multiple ideas, but if, for example, your first idea is not valid or does not fit the program, you can suggest another idea.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, got you.
I think you did ask about the prototype timing, the timing when
Yeah,
for
it's only
the
2 months. Yeah.
only 2 months. Yes, I think, but that is the reason why we have this one-to-one interview session. We want to see whether your idea, your innovations can complete the prototype within 2 months, for example. Because when you discuss with the coach, okay, and the coach will ask about your innovation, about your ideas, what needs to be done, how long have you started the development. If the researchers from UKM, sometimes they already have the proof of concept. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they already have a proof of concept. They
Yep.
just need to do some touch up to the proof of concept, in order to bring that to market, to test the market.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, those who fresh ideas, those who are coming with fresh ideas, no proof of concept yet. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that one need also, we need to look case by case. Okay, if it is like a mobile application type of innovation, right? So perhaps the 2 months period is enough to develop this the first proof of concept of the mobile app, right?
Okay.
So it depends on the ideas, it depends on the innovations. It will so during the one-to-one interview session, we will look at the problem fit, how your solutions can fit the program.
All right. Thank you so much, Prof. Sawal.
All right, okay.
Okay, yang seterusnya, can the co-founder be a family member?
Yes, of course, can. A family member can, no problem. Okay, a family member can be the co-founder. And later on, the family member can also be the CEO of the company, CEO of your company.
All right. So are the training hybrid or some only will be face-to-face?
Yes, it's a hybrid training. So 3 weeks will be online. 1 week will be face-to-face, physical class. So we will have a 6 month, right? 6 month program. So every month, 1 week will be physical class.
Alright, so next, what about if there's collaboration from international university?
What about if there's a collaboration from international university? It's not a problem. So, if for example, if you are coming from international university, but you have to talk with us, if the ideas, okay, the IP belongs to that university, then we have to discuss about the co-ownership of the ideas of the IP. Because if you have filed the IP with the university and that university own the IP, then it will be a bit difficult for us to file another IP without permission from the original inventors, original owners, original owner. Okay, but if your idea is new, all right, and it's coming from other universities, it's okay. We can have a co-ownership between UKM and also that university. So that can be discussed, can be negotiated.
Right. Okay, seterusnya, does this mean we are preparing to build a startup and need to have a co-founder? Can you define the term co-founder?
Yeah. Co-founder or co-CEO. So sometimes we use the word co-founder, sometimes we use the co-CEO. So the reason why we use co-founder, because later on, when you form the startup, this will be your co-founder of the startup. All right. But again, this is also upon upon negotiation between the innovators and the co-founder. All right. Let's say you want the co-founder to be the shareholder in your company, in the startup company. So then you will see that when you file for the company registration, your name and the co-founder will be among the directors. Or maybe the co-founder just will run the business, maybe just the business manager. It depends. It depends on your agreement between you, the innovators, and your co-founder. All right. So when you build the startup, okay, so normally if the co-founder commit to the program, follow the program throughout the 6-month program, and then the co-founder is the one who try to develop the business, try to pitch the business, try to grow the business. Okay, so my advice will be that co-founder should be together with you in setting up the startup company. So because for the researchers, we understand, okay, from our past experience, the researchers are quite busy with the teaching, with the academics, okay? Because when researchers or the staff open up a company, okay, so the company, the startup or the activities with the startup should not affect their tugas hakiki lah. Should not affect their tugas hakiki. That is the law. Okay, that's the act. So because of that, you need someone to run the business. You need someone that can go out to the market, that can sell the business and so on. So you need a co-founder or partners or CEO with you.
Alright. Next, can one co-founder work with two different lecturers who is pitching different products?
Okay. This one I will let the researcher, the innovators to decide, because if you have a co-founder and you know that that co-founder is also working with another business or another researcher, so perhaps that co-founder will not be able to commit to your business 100%. Okay, later on, if the co-founder, so do you want your co-founder to be also a shareholder with another business, for example? So I believe it will affect the business operation in the long run, right? So yeah, I will let the innovators or the researchers to decide, but my advice will be one co-founder only for one business or one researcher. Okay, sharing co-founder, I don't think that it will work because because of the conflict, because of the time limitation and so on.
Okay, can the co-founder a student?
Yes, can. Okay, the student can be the co-founder. In fact, we also in this Innox 2026, we want students, especially undergraduate, to be part of the. If, for example, if we have a deep tech kind of innovations, we want undergraduate to be part of the business of the deep tech innovation or business, because this is also one of the suggested by.
Dah baca. Okay, HP tak ada. Mana? Oh, dia tak hantar kat
Sorry,
akak.
Izaidah, bising kita.
Alright.
Okay, apa? This is also one of the suggestion by the Ministry of Higher Education. Okay, for the undergraduate students to be part of the deep tech startup. So in this way, we try to align. Okay, we try to align the undergrad to be with the deep tech startup, because we know that in order to have a deep tech startup, okay, you need to have like a research. Okay, it's not undergrad cannot simply open up a deep tech startup. So that's why they have to join with the researchers, with the experts to be part of the deep tech startup.
Alright, yang seterusnya, ini kita dapat daripada PM lah, private message. Can a startup company approved by UKM participate but bringing about a new product? Startup A is producing product A, but the new entry now is product B.
Existing startup, is it existing startup or what? Startup yang sedia ada, dia nak venture into new innovation, itu macam mana?
Ini daripada mana ya? Siapa yang untuk soalan ni? Can a startup company approved by UKM participate but bringing about a new product? Startup A is producing
Okay.
product A, but the new entry now is product B.
For
Oh,
this
okay.
program is product B.
Okay, I think mungkin dia cakap bahawa startup tu dah approve lah. Startup tu dah approve one product. Startup is approved, startup you can approve I mean for the business of one product, one innovation, one IP. Now I say they have another IP or another product. We do not limit the startups at UCAM to work to do business with other IPs, but that IP should be licensed to that particular startup. Startups at UKM, they can only do business with the IP that being licensed to them. All right. So if they want to do another business, another innovation, another invention, all right, no problem. Once the IP is filed, that IP will be licensed to that startup. Then the startup at UKM can do the business on that IP. So because when you use the word startup at UKM, okay, or UKM logo, so that must in line with UKM's technology. So the IP should be licensed to that particular startup if they want to continue with second or third product. Depends, but every product should be under the UKM license.
Alright, so seterusnya, if we already have the product, publish paper about the product and currently in the process of improving the product, is it okay to join? And plus, we are from a government agency. How would this program help us? Would there be a conflict that against government civil servants policy?
Okay, so this is very important question. Okay, government servant, okay, by right, based on the Akta 605, penjawat awam tidak boleh terlibat dalam sebarang perniagaan, tidak boleh terlibat mempunyai share di dalam syarikat dan sebagainya. Alright, so kalau sekiranya, okay, so for example, the applicant coming from a different government agencies, okay, if later on, okay, they can join the program, it's not a problem, all right? But later on, if they want to open up a startup, all right, so they must get permission from the head of, in the Akta says from the head of department, okay? For if university, they must get permission from the vice chancellor. With different government agencies, they must get permission from the superior, all right? So they can join the program, it's not a problem. Okay, if they have a product, it's not a problem. Also they can join the program. Because throughout the program, sometimes we will try to pivot, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes the product does not fit directly to the market. All right, so the coach will help the inventors to modify, to change something, to pivot the idea so that the product can better fit to the market. All right, so it is better for those who already have a product to further refine the product in order to get a better, better traction from the market. But if you are coming from government agency, if you want to do business later on, after complete the program, you need to get permission from the boss, from the superior. Okay, the permission is a must. If not, you are against the law. All right, like in UKM, for those who join our startup program, so when they apply the startup program, the approval will be coming from the vice chancellor of the university. So once the vice chancellor approve, then only you can open up your company or you can have shares in your company.
Okay. Dan seterusnya, is there any list of co-founder students in UKM that might help?
Okay. So list of co-founder students. Okay, this is also another reason why we need to have this one-to-one interview session. Once we have one-to-one interview session with the coach, we know we will understand your technology. We will understand your ideas or innovations. Okay, so we will try to match. Okay, the idea is if once we understand your innovations, we will try to match your innovation with the students here in UKM. For example, as I mentioned earlier, we want the undergrad to also participate in this program. So for 2026, we are working together with SESMAT. SESMAT is another center at UKM deal with the student entrepreneurship. So we are going to work together with SESMAT, and then the list of technologies, we will try to find the students that can match with the technologies. So yes, we will help the participant to find the co-founder.
Okay. Will certificate be awarded to the co-founder, researcher, or lecturer after completing the 6 months training?
We can offer the participants certification. Certificate, that means you have completed the accelerator program. But I believe the certificate is one of the output of the program. Yes, but I think the most important output is the pitching to the potential investors. We want you to have the LOI, and then we want you to get investment from the investors. I believe that will be the KPI for us. Okay, we want to see the number of success. We want to see the success rate from the participants. Okay, how many participants join the program and how many ideas or innovations manage to get investment from the investors. That will be our KPI.
Okay. What are other expected outputs of the program apart startup company or licensing?
Uh, so the reason behind this accelerator program is to transform your ideas into commercial product. All right, that is the main purpose of this program. Other than that, the benefit that the participant will get is the training. Okay, the training on how to pitch, how to develop the business model. Okay, perhaps maybe not. It is not yet. They are not. This is not the time yet to open the business. All right. So we will we will pitch to the potential industry players. Okay, if they want to license your innovation, and from time to time, when we have a request. Okay, for example, for UCAM staff, okay, when we have your database, all right, your innovations, from time to time, when we have a request from other industries, they are looking for any innovations or any ideas, we will also offer your innovations to these potential industries. So we receive a lot of requests from companies. They are looking certain type of technologies, certain type of products, all right? We will offer your product to the potential industries or companies.
Okay. So far tak ada lagi soalan. Ada apa soalan lagi yang boleh diajukan kepada Prof?
Okay, is there any
Sorry, Prof, I have one last question, if it's
Okay.
possible.
Yes.
Could you briefly describe potential investor or investment that you're looking for at the end of this program? Thank you.
Okay. At the end of the program, when we conduct the demo day, all right, depending on the innovations or technologies, okay, we will invite the industry players related to that particular technology. For example, if you are producing pharmaceutical type of product, for example, so we will invite all the industry players within the pharmaceutical industries, pharmaceutical companies, because if you are planning to license the technology to the industries, so these people, if they listen to your product, these companies, if they listen to your product, but perhaps they want to license. Okay, so we will help you to be matched with the potential industry. If you want to open your startup, then we are hoping for you to get the investment. All right. For example, we will call venture capitalists, we will call angel investors, we will call crowdfunding equity fund manager. So these people, they have money to invest, but they need to see the potential of your business first. All right. That is why one of the output that we are hoping from the participant is to get the letter of intent from the potential customers. For example, you are producing some uh, medical devices, and you have talked to the clinics or to the hospitals, and they are willing to buy your product. All right. So with this LOI, so if you pitch with the investors, and this is more convincing for the investors to invest in your business.
All right. Okay. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Okay, next, okay, Syabas Prof. Sawal, I enjoyed the session. A very clear, concise, and persuasive pathway set by Innox to establish researchers and innovative young talents, students, both undergraduates as well as postgraduates. Young minds are the source of new ideas. I will encourage Innovasi UKM to promote Innox to students with a push towards solving problems collaboratively.
Yes, exactly. This is very true because we have received a lot of fresh new ideas from the undergrad, from the students, because they have a lot of ideas. All right. And so now we are working with few students to push their ideas to the market. Thank you for the compliment.
Okay, how do we enroll? Any
Okay,
age limits?
nanti later Oristi mungkin boleh share dia punya link ya. Link untuk we will share the URL for you to register. No age limit.
Alright. So, para peserta, Profesor, Doktor, ada apa-apa lagi soalan yang ingin diajukan sebelum kita akhiri session ini? Okay, ada. Does this program will have a cost to join, or how can we invite students from other uni to be the co-founder? Do you have any advice on what to prepare before joining?
Okay. So there's no fee. This is free. This is a free program. Okay. There's no fee for this program. So perhaps maybe that is one of the advantage of this Innox program. Uh, But as I mentioned earlier, first of all, the number of seats is limited. Okay, the number of seats is limited. We cannot have a very big class. All right, so we want to have a more personal interaction or personal coaching, one to one. Better to have a personal coaching with the participants. So the number of seats is limited. And as I mentioned as well, if of course we open this program to the one outside UKM, okay, not only in UKM. So. But the caveat is once you join this program, later on you have to join with our researchers or with our experts, with our R&D experts, because you have to file the IP. All right. When you have to file the IP, this is the negotiation between UKM and also the outsiders or the outside participants. All right. If you are coming from another agencies, another universities, then we need to also discuss, okay, who owns the IP and so on. But this is upon negotiation. But before we proceed further, so there will be IP filing between these two entities. All right. So it can be co-owned, it can be 100% owned by UKM, it depends. Okay. But that is how UKM, I mean, that is how we want to make sure that all the innovations in line with the policies of UKM. Okay. So we have the startup policy where the startup policy requires IP registration. So only the IP or those with IP can open the startup, for example. All right. So yes, we open to outsiders. There's no fee. Okay, there's no fee. Okay, you can copy the link and you can share the link to everyone for them to join the program.
Okay, ada apa-apa
Yeah,
lagi?
actually in the beginning I
Please
want to
silakan sharekan maklumat ya.
Yeah, actually in the beginning I want to publish the call to, I want to blast the call, but looking at the response that we got so far, okay, because the deadline is 5th of December. Looking at the response that we got so far, it's quite overwhelming. So yeah, you can use the link to register your interest to join the program.
So, maklumat penyertaan boleh didapati daripada di Facebook Pusat Inovasi, dan juga boleh terus memohonlah di capaian yang diletakkan di dalam chat box.
Okay.
Ya, ada apa-apa lagi soalan daripada para peserta? Okay, jadi sekiranya tiada soalan, jadi kita akhiri seksi taklimat program Innox 2026 pada pagi ini. Terima kasih Prof di atas taklimat yang sangat jelas dan semoga panduan dan maklumat yang diberikan dapat bantu para peserta yang hadir pada hari ini.